So I heard the new ARMS release was pretty solid. So how was ARMS even started?
Really want to know? Really?
Yeah.
You want to ask about Charlie Schlepmak.
Charlie
Schlepmak.
Okay, who's this?
Really not comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
I think this is something you really need to talk to the senior about. Okay? For real.
The senior?
You need to trust me on this. Okay?
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
There, when he came around, yeah, I know. He came down, his lip was bleeding and everything.
Excuse me, senior.
Yeah?
Sir, could you tell me about Charlie Schlepmak?
You don't want no part of the Charlie Schlepmak story.
Sir, in order to advance my military career in the arms career field, I think it would behoove me to know.
All started back in Nam, Vietnam. You wouldn't know anything about that because you're young and dumb. And a young airman named Charlie Schlepmak, he was on patrol in Vietnam when he came across a booby trap. There was a loud explosion and Charlie didn't know what happened to him. And when Charlie came to, one of his arms and one of his legs were blown off. And Charlie, his buddy, called the rescue helicopter and said, "Charlie's down." And the rescue helicopter said, "How many are down?" And he said, "One Charlie's down. One Charlie." And as that helicopter came into view, Charlie thought to himself, they really need a way to track their flying hours. And an image came to him, but he had no pencil. So he used the tip of his finger and he dipped it into his severed arm and used the blood to draw out an image. And he drew out the image on the piece of paper, and it was known as the arms capacitor. But really back then it was A-forms capacitor, but we can't say A-forms, so now we'll just call it the arms capacitor. And as that helicopter drew closer, Charlie wondered if this was a particular bad case of having an arm and a leg removed or just a standard case. But it turned out to be a pretty bad case, and he died right there in the field. And as the helicopter flew in, the wind from the blades blew the arms capacitor diagram from Charlie's dead, cold hand. And the arms capacitor diagram sailed over the mountains and traveled across far distant lands. And for many, many years it flew. It crossed oceans to and fro. And years later, a young airman who didn't like to wear a hat stumbled across the arms capacitor diagram. And she looked at the diagram and said, "I might be able to do something with this." So she invented ARMS.